Greetings, Warrior fans. We're here with head women's basketball coach Katie Schutjer. She's going to talk about the upcoming season. The ladies start off basketball action with a scrimmage tomorrow night, Tuesday, and then hit the road for a quick game, and then back home for a Halloween doubleheader with the men. So this season just around the corner. Exciting time for you, obviously.
Yep.
How do you feel about getting the season started this week?
Pretty excited. We've had 4 kind of long weeks of practice, trying to make sure we get ready for these first few games coming up. So I'm excited to see where we stack up against other competition, and I know the girls are ready to kind of get out there and see what they can do against a different team as well.
Talk about the makeup of this year's team. Start off with key returners. Who will be leading the team as far as the veterans?
We've got a good core of 3 juniors coming back next year that were kind of our leaders last year, have been ever since they were freshmen. Ame Ogbemudia is her name. She's our starting power forward. Taylor Fricky, another starting forward for us, and then Samantha Burks, who will be one of our starting guards. All 3 have played for me for about 3 years, and so they kind of know what to expect. They've been our 3 leading scorers for the past 2 years. So going into this season, into these next few games, we will look to them a lot to get a lot of point production and defense production as well. We've got a freshman point guard, Morgan Straight, coming back, who last year did pretty well for us as the season went on, improved as the season went on. She's definitely improved over the off season, so she's going to come back pretty strong. And then we've got some other players that last year, kind of struggled with their roles a little bit, had some shooting slumps, I guess I would call it, NSA, but they've been shooting the ball really strong. They've matured as well. And so I'm kind of excited for everybody we have coming back. I think everybody kind of understands their role, whether they're going to give us major points or, kind of be our main rebounder, whatever it is, and I think they've kind of embraced their role. So I'm excited to see overall the whole group how they kind of come back and respond this year.
Sounds like a young team, but also experienced. That's got to be nice to know that you have that experience, depth in experience to go forward.
Right. They are still fairly young, even though my core group are juniors. I still consider them pretty young. They've been through some hardships as they kind of have gone through the past few years being young kids trying to go against upperclassmen, but they've definitely learned. You can see how they've grown, not only on the court, but off the court as well. And so that's really always fun and, interesting to see how they develop. So we will still be fairly young with our core group of kids that we have. That are going to be our main role players. But I think the experience that they have earned or gotten over the past 2 years is going to help them really push forward this year and make some good strides.
Talking about newcomers, who do you see as having an impact? Who do you hope will have that ability to step in and make big plays for you?
Yeah, so we have a junior college transfer, Michaela Graffender from Iowa Central Community College. She's going to come in right away and provide some really good athleticism for our team. She scores the ball really well, so she's going to help us out in that. She's about 5'10", she's lanky, she rebounds extremely well, so she's going to give us an overall more athletic look to some of our positions that we haven't seen in the past. And she comes in with experience. She's already got 2 years of experience under her belt playing college ball, so she kind of already gets the game. Our level's a little bit different, a little more difficult, but she has responded to it pretty well these past 4 weeks. We've got another junior college transfer, Kaylee Cravens. She's from Sacramento, California. She'll come in and be able to provide us with more outside scoring, something that we kind of lacked in the past, especially last year with some of our kids not having the confidence from behind the three-point line. Those returners have confidence, and now we've kind of added her to the lineup as well. So we've got some pretty good three-point shooting out on the perimeter and some good scoring inside.
What's going to be the strength of this team? What will you do well? What will be the go-to thing?
The go-to thing. The go-to, a lot of our stuff, like I said, we've got some good returners that know their roles out on the court. So a lot of our offense is going to go through them. A couple of our newcomers, what they bring to the game as well with their athleticism and shooting ability. We've got an experienced post player, so we're going to try to utilize her as much as we can, work inside out as much as we can. We've got a lot of length to our advantage, so we try to use that to our advantage and, look for posting up inside, looking for that inside-outside game. And we have guards that can put the ball in the hole this year. Their three-point shooting is much better, so we're going to be able to, once we can hopefully get some good scores, some quick scores inside, that's going to open up our perimeter game.
Sounds like that balance will help with the three-point threat to open up the inside game as well.
Yep. Yeah, our inside game has been kind of our go-to for the past 2 years, and I think teams have known that about us. And my post player, Ame, she has grown a lot, and she has learned more on how to use her perimeter players to help her even score more inside. So that's going to open up a lot of opportunities, not just for our perimeter players, but it's going to open up more opportunities for her inside if we can have good three-point shooting.
Talk about the season as a whole. What will be a good result for you? What do you guys hope to accomplish this year?
My goal for the team this year, and I express it to them, is to be the most improved team in our conference. Now, with that being said, the last 2 years we've finished last both years. Haven't had any players on all conference. I feel like we've had some players probably deserving of it, but when you don't win games, you're just not going to get voted on. So I feel like we have the opportunity to be the most improved team. We've got some excellent teams coming back. Jamestown's going to be really good. Bellevue, Mayville, all are going to be really good, experienced teams. So those are always going to be the tough games. But I feel like, the bottom 6 or 7 in our conference, we could really actually compete with. And we've had some games in the past. Mayville was picked to be second in our conference, and each of the past 2 years, we've taken them down to really close games. So we've got the ability to do it. I think our main struggle this year is going to be whether or not these kids can actually believe that they can do it. But we've had a great 4 weeks of practice, and I feel that if we can get some quick wins earlier in the season, that's just going to help their confidence kind of as we move forward and get to the conference play.
Anything you guys are focused on this season that's going to be the key that you have to work on without giving any secrets away for people to pick on?
Some things that we've really lacked in the past, our rebounding has kind of been a struggle for us. We have the kids, we have the ability to do it, we have the athleticism to do it. It's just not ever really been a priority with our team, even though how much we've drilled it with them. So we really made that a focus this year to get it done and make them understand that, we can be a very good rebounding team. We have the people to do it, we have the skill set to do it. We lost several games last year because we gave up way too many offensive rebounds, and our kids know that, and I think they've studied enough film to kind of understand how we need to get better in that area. And we've worked really, really hard on our defense. One thing with a young team sometimes, the past years that we've had a really young team, when your scoring's not there and it's not always going to be there, sometimes they let their defense kind of slide. So that's been a kind of a big focus for us to understand that when your offense isn't there, how can you keep your defense going at a high level to kind of help drive more of your offensive game. And so we've put in some different man looks for our team, and they've responded really, really well to it. They've enjoyed it, and I think that's going to help our team grow a lot this year.
When fans come out, what can they expect from this team? Is it going to be bring the ball up, pound it inside? Is it going to be a lot of stingy defense, full court, up-tempo, or is it going to be just a mix of everything?
I think it's going to be a mix of everything. We've never been an up-tempo team, but we have more guards and more athleticism this year and maturity that I think we're going to be able to have some opportunities. We've got an experienced post player inside. We've got an experienced forward that we're going to use inside. So we're going to definitely utilize that to our advantage as well. So we don't have a huge roster by any means this year. We're going to be playing about maybe 7, 8 kids, a lot of minutes. And so with that being said, we do have to be smart about, how do we use our minutes, how fast of a game do we want to play. But we're definitely going to have opportunities with our point guards to push the ball up the floor. But a lot of it is just going to kind of be getting it into the half court and doing what we do best, working that inside-out game, looking for open opportunities within our motion offense, and then executing our set plays.
Appreciate it, Coach. Want to remind you fans, tomorrow night, Tuesday, the ladies in action. They hit the road and then back again on Halloween for a doubleheader with the men. So come out, support the ladies as they tip off their season.
Go Warriors!